Welcome to the channel, everybody, and strap yourselves in for this one. We're diving headfirst into a chilling collection of the top 10 scariest ghost photographs ever captured on film. From shadowy figures lurking in the background to full-on apparitions staring directly into your soul, these photos are guaranteed to leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the afterlife. We're talking about unexplained anomalies, weird mists, and creepy faces that just shouldn't be there. Viewer discretion is advised. Are you ready to face the unknown? Because we're about to unravel the mysteries behind these bone-chilling images. Our journey into the heart of spectral terror begins in Norfolk, England, at the grand old Rainham Hall with a photograph snapped back in 1936. This is not just some blurry figure in the background. This, my friends, is the Brown Lady. Legend says this is the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole, a former resident of the hall who met a rather unfortunate end, shall we say. Two photographers, Captain Provand and Indra Shira, were on assignment for Country Life magazine, taking pictures of fancy old houses. As the story goes, Provand was setting up a shot, focusing on the grand staircase, when Shira noticed something truly eerie. There, descending the stairs, was a translucent figure clad in a brown gown. Shira, understandably freaked out, yelled for Provand to take the picture, and snap, he did. Buckle up, because we're heading back to 1919 for this next photo, a chilling relic from the aftermath of World War I. Picture this. A group of air mechanics from the Royal Air Force's Godmenham airfield gathered for a group photo, but someone decided to join the party uninvited. The photo itself is pretty standard for the time. A bunch of dudes in uniform trying to look serious, but look closer. Peeking out from behind an airman in the back row is a face. A ghostly, semi-transparent face that sent chills down everyone's spine when the photo was developed. The face, you see, was eerily familiar. It belonged to Freddie Jackson, a mechanic who had tragically died just 2 days before this photo was taken. The funeral had already happened and everyone was still in mourning, so you can imagine the shock when they saw Freddie's grinning mug in the background. Some say he didn't want to miss out on the group photo op. Our next stop takes us to the quiet, unassuming Newby Church in North Yorkshire, England. It's 1963, and a man named Reverend K.F. Lord is about to capture something truly unsettling. Picture a quaint, historic church. Reverend Lord was doing what reverends do, taking photos of his beloved church, but when he developed the role, there was something lurking in the shadows of the church. A tall, shrouded figure stood near the altar, its face obscured. What makes this photo so unnerving is the sheer size and presence of the figure. This isn't some wisp of smoke or a trick of the light. This thing is solid, imposing, and it's staring directly at the camera. Experts, including photographic analysis folks, were baffled. Some say it's the ghost of a former priest, forever bound to the church he served. Chapter 4. The Amityville Ghost Boy. Get ready to dive headfirst into the infamous Amityville house, a place so synonymous with paranormal activity that it spawned a whole franchise of horror movies. The year is 1976, and the Lutz family, who had recently moved into the house after the incident, reported all sorts of strange and terrifying phenomena. There were cold spots, foul odors, and disembodied voices, just your typical haunted house starter pack. But the most chilling piece of evidence to emerge from this paranormal pressure cooker wasn't a creepy sound or a weird smell. During an investigation by paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, a camera equipped with infrared film captured something truly unsettling. In a doorway, peeking out from a room, was the ghostly image of a young boy. His eyes wide, seemingly peering into the camera lens. The boy in the photo became known as the Amityville Ghost Boy. Now, whether he was a resident demon or just a kid who wanted to see what all the fuss was about is up for debate. Chapter 5. The Tulip Staircase Ghost. Hold on to your monocles, folks, because we're headed to the National Maritime Museum in Greenwich, England. Specifically, we're talking about the iconic Tulip Staircase, a masterpiece of 17th century architecture. In 1966, a retired clergyman named Reverend Ralph Hardy decided to test out his new camera. He aimed his lens at the elegant spiral of the Tulip Staircase, probably hoping to capture the intricate details of the craftsmanship. But when he developed the photo, he got a bonus feature he definitely wasn't expecting. A ghostly figure ascending the stairs, its hand gripping the banister as if pulling itself up. Experts who analyzed the photo were stumped. The figure seemed to be partially transparent, almost as if it were made of mist or smoke. Saddle up, partners, as we mosey on over to Tombstone, Arizona, a town steeped in Wild West history and, you guessed it, ghost stories. It was 1996, when a tourist named Terry Ike Clanton, a descendant of the infamous Ike Clanton of the gunfight at the OK Corral fame, was visiting the legendary Boot Hill Cemetery. He was snapping photos of the weathered tombstones, trying to capture the spirit of the Wild West, when he accidentally captured a whole lot more than he bargained for. In the background of one of his photos, standing near a grave, was a shadowy figure. This figure appeared to be wearing a long coat and a hat, just like something out of an old Western movie. Some say it's the ghost of a gunslinger forever guarding his final resting place. Either way, this photo is a chilling reminder that in a town like Tombstone, the past is never truly dead. Chapter 7. The Backseat Ghost. Fasten your seatbelts, because this next photo takes us on a chilling road trip into the unknown. In 1959, Mabel Chinnery was visiting the grave of her mother in England. She had her camera with her and decided to snap a photo of her husband, who was waiting patiently in the car. Simple enough, right? Well, when Mabel got the photo developed, she was greeted with a ghostly surprise. Sitting in the back seat, clear as day, was the image of her mother staring directly at the camera. Now Mabel swore up and down that her mother was the only one in the car, and experts who analyzed the photo couldn't find any evidence of double exposure or other photographic trickery. It's just her mum hanging out in the car, maybe hoping to hitch a ride home. Some believe it is a genuine photo of a spirit, while others remain skeptical. Prepare to get nautical, because we're setting sail on a voyage into the realm of maritime mysteries. In 1924, the oil tanker SS Watertown was making its way through the Panama Canal when tragedy struck. Two crewmen, James Courtney and Michael Meehan, were overcome by gas fumes while cleaning a cargo tank. They perished, as one does when faced with a wall of deadly gas. Their bodies were buried at sea, as was the custom, but that's not where our story ends. The following day, the crew reported seeing the faces of the two men in the water following the ship. The captain, skeptical but intrigued, ordered a photograph to be taken of the strange apparitions, and lo and behold, when the film was developed, there they were, two ghostly faces clearly visible in the waves trailing behind the ship. Get ready for a cemetery stakeout, because we're heading to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, just outside Chicago, Illinois. This place is considered one of the most haunted cemeteries in America, and for a good reason. It's got all the spooky credentials: unmarked graves, ghostly apparitions, and even phantom cars. But in 1991, the Ghost Research Society of America captured something truly remarkable. They were conducting an investigation, armed with cameras and recording equipment, documenting the various paranormal hotspots within the cemetery. When they developed their film, they noticed something startling in one of the photos. Sitting on a tombstone, shrouded in mist, was the figure of a woman. She appeared to be wearing a white gown, her head bowed as if in prayer. For our final ghostly tale, we find ourselves in the hallowed halls of Combermere Abbey in Cheshire, England. It was 1891, and Lord Combermere, the master of the house, had just passed away. A photographer was summoned to the abbey to capture images of the late Lord's funeral procession. As the photographer prepared his equipment in the library, he noticed something peculiar in the chair. There, sitting comfortably, was a semi-transparent figure of a man. It appeared to be Lord Combermere himself, casually reading a book as if he hadn't just kicked the bucket. The photo caused quite a stir, with some believing that Lord Combermere's spirit had lingered after death. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 of the most chilling ghost photographs ever captured. Are these images proof positive that there's something beyond the veil? Are ghosts real, or are our eyes playing tricks on us, fueled by a healthy dose of spooky stories and overactive imaginations? I'll leave that for you to decide. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spine-chilling content. Sweet dreams.